Hello everybody, wherever you are in the world. My name is Ellie. This is the HelloSim channel and this is a renovation build. So I had this idea because I travel to this lot with one of the families that I play on Sims for, and I felt that it lacked a few things, mainly things like a swimming pool and a bit more of a communal space. And I felt that although the outside of the building was great, I felt like it really could do with some bits and pieces inside. So I left a couple of things the same on the interior, specifically the changing rooms, the locker rooms upstairs, but I changed other bits and pieces more in keeping with how I like to play community lot. So I added a pool, and you're going to see a yoga studio, and there'll be a bit more of a kids zone, coffee type cafe area. If you have any time at all, you can go to my Sims 4 gallery under Slammkatt. That's the origin ID that I'll put in the description bar. You can have a look at my redo of the community library, which focused on creating a really community atmosphere. So I had a community garden, I had a little nature zone where kids could do class projects, and I had a full cafe. So that's kind of a little bit further than I wanted to go in the gym, mainly because you get tired in the gym anyway, so you're not going to be able to spend the whole day there. You're going to have to go home, take a shower, take a nap, so there was no need to make a full food area and full play area and things like that, because I don't think you would spend the entire day in the gym anyway. At least I 100% definitely wouldn't. A lot of this is just having to come from my imagination. I'm not a frequent gym goer. There are people that are trying to make me more gymish, but it's just not happening yet. I used 3 cheats for this renovation build. I used the unlock hidden objects, I used the move objects, and I think I used one more, which was the unlock the career objects. That's a really long cheat, so I'll put all 3 of those in the description bar. It just means you get access to all the build options, all of the object options, and you can also play around with moving things and placing things above and below each other. I also used a couple of the key things to change, like the 0 and the 9 to move the objects up and down. And if anybody wants any more advice on how to do that, then I'm not a pro, but I can give it a go. So I'm making some changing rooms here. I put them directly in the pool area, which to me is a little unusual, to walk into the pool area and then go into a changing room. I've only seen that once in the UK in a very old Victorian swimming pool, but I thought it was quite a nice idea. So I created some toilets and a little swimming pool, and then I added a towel rack and a throwaway bin. And then actually in the shots at the end, you'll see that I came back into the swimming pool and added a few bits and pieces, like some matting that dries your feet when you leave the gym area, the pool area. And then I also added things like a hose pipe and a fire exit sign, little things like that that I forgot to do in the beginning. And then what I did over here is all the basic gym equipment I added in. I made a bit more of a cardio themed room, and then more of a weight training room. I think, is it called a weight training room? A strength room? I'm not sure. Again, you can see that I'm not gym informed. So I also added things like pin boards and that kind of thing. I'm really... Oh, I've lost my train of thought. What was I thinking? I can't remember. I tend to go through signs and pictures. It takes me a long time to do it. The reason that this is a build, a renovation rather than a full build, is that I am quite happy to throw my hands up and say that the outside of buildings are not my area of strength. 1, I'm not very good at it, and 2, because of that I get a little bit bored and it tends to just not look exactly how I want, and so it takes me a long time. So I don't think that I would record the outside of buildings too often. I tend to just make the buildings, and then I would focus a little bit more on the interior, because that's where I feel I'm better. That's where my designing strength comes in. But I would like to work a little bit more on trying to do the outside of buildings, because some people do some absolutely amazing things. If you go on the gallery, somebody's done a building that looks like a car, but it's a house. It blew my mind. I thought it was so cool. So I've downloaded a bunch of other Simmers designs and creations to put into my world. And hopefully, if you like my builds, my houses, I've got some families, not too many, some characters, and some renovations, then you can add them to yours. I'm really interested in starting maybe doing some live plays, so if you'd be interested in a family live play, then I would love to do that. I've just got The Sims 4 Get to Work, so I'm really excited about making a store. I was thinking a bakery and a flower shop first of all. This room, actually, this is the yoga studio, so I was pretty excited about making this. I've made a kind of focus point at the front, and it took me a while to figure out what I wanted there, but I ended up with a elephant statue, a kind of Hindu type reference, I think, maybe, and then I used bath mats as yoga mats, just in varying colours. And I tried to fit in as many as I could without it looking really squashed. Essentially, this is a redundant room. You can't do anything in it apart from socialise, but I did think to myself it would be really cool in future Sims packs if they could make something where one of the fitness activities was doing yoga. I thought that would be super cool. You could watch your Sim do all these poses, these weird poses and stretches and things. I also added some mats out on the balcony, just because some classes get super busy, and also people might want to practice out in the morning sunshine. That area there on the right is going to be my play zone eventually, but I realised that I didn't have any punch bags downstairs, so I thought I'd do a kind of punch bag area, like maybe a zone that people could free use or a class could use. So I added the regular punch bags, and I think I added the punch bags that you have to get when you're higher, maybe in the athletic career, something, maybe it's that. And then I gave each of them a little matting, and then I think I added in some chairs as well for, if, I don't know, if you were tired or if you had a trainer. I don't know, do you have trainers? I assume you have trainers when you're doing a punch bag, so that's where they would sit basically. I kept all of the wall decoration minimal, if any at all. There's no pictures or anything like that. I wanted it to look like a really working modern gym. All of my designs tend to be quite blocky, so when you see builds that I do, I tend to just do very cube-shaped rooms, and the whole thing looks quite cube-shaped. It may be because I live out here in beautiful Abu Dhabi, and that is the design style out here, so I'm inspired by that. Or again, it may be that my strength isn't designing crazy ornate facades, and so I just go with what I know, which is cuboids and cubes basically, and just stack them on top of each other in a vaguely house type shape. So it took me a while to find the area, what are they called, the snack dispensers? What are they called? Vending machines. It took me a while to find those. Some of the objects, I find once, I never find them again. Even when I do the search and I type in what I think they're called, it never works for me. One of them is, there's like a little footstool, I think, that goes in the closet area. I usually want to use it on most of my builds. I can never find it. I think I found it once and then I never found it again. So I wish there was a little file that you could just throw your favorite objects in, so you know you're pretty much always going to use them. Maybe you could have a little file where they're always in there, because I just lose things all the time. There's probably a little little footstool type place in all the houses I've made with no footstool there. It's just sad situation. This is the play zone. I thought it was kind of cool to put the stickers on the wall so it's like nighttime above that modern mansion house, and then I made a little river out here and I left some characters as if a child had just been playing and then got pulled away by their parents. I was going to do a big dragon kind of attacking the ships, but it didn't look right, so I didn't do that. And then adding some lighting, and then I think I'm just going back around checking the rest of the rooms, making sure that I haven't left anything out. But like I said, I did go back in right at the very end when I finished recording and did some last little changes that you'll see in the screenshots and if you download it. So I think we're coming up to the screenshots now. This is the pool area with the robes. It feels like more of a private gym. This is the downstairs cardio and strength, and this is the upstairs. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and let me know if there's anything at all that you would like to see on this channel in the future. Okay, thank you. Bye!